Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are so excited, as always, to have our good friend Steve Benzschawel from Wisconsin Business World back in our studio today. Steve, welcome back.
Hey, great to be here.
Boy, we're getting pretty good at this. It seems like old times.
Yeah.
So remind us again, what is Business World?
Yeah, so Business World is a program for high school kids, and we offer our programs in two ways. We have an overnight summer camp where we get the high school kids onto a college campus for 4 days and kind of put them through the paces of running a business and what it's like to be part of a company. We also have what we call mini Business Worlds, and those are one-day programs that we hold during the school year, and we hold those mini Business Worlds all around the state.
Very cool. And you recently held your Dane County mini Business World. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about how that went and what kind of things went on.
Yep, we just had our Dane County program just this past Friday, and it was awesome. We had about 230 kids from area high schools attend, and it was all thanks to American Family Insurance. They played host for the day and let us use their headquarter facilities. And the kids had an absolutely awesome time. They were with us for one school day, and they were kind of put into small groups, and kind of the task was to take over an old company that needs a new makeover and kind of a young management team. So these high school kids were brought in as the new management team to give a company a makeover and think of a new product to sell and a new brand for their company. So it was a very exciting day.
Very cool. Now, I'm just curious, and because we've talked a number of times now, when you do these types of things, like the companies that they're taking over, are they drawn from real life scenarios, or are they created by somebody on your team?
Sure. Well, it's a little bit of both. We kind of try to give them a starting position and say, okay, here's the company that you're now in charge of, and here's kind of their brand, and here's what their average customer kind of looks like.
Yeah.
And then it's up to the kids and their creativity. Is that kind of the company we took over? Is that something we want to keep going, or do we want to kind of pivot it and take it in a new direction and think of some new wild ideas and maybe a new product to sell or something like that?
Right. And I just got to know, what were some of those ideas that the kids came up with?
Well, there's no shortage of creativity, right, with today's teenagers, and they think of some awesome stuff. One was a little alarm clock that's a helicopter that flies around the room, and in order to turn your alarm off in the morning, you got to get out of bed and catch your alarm clock. I love that one. And
I need that one, I think.
Me too. And I think maybe my favorite was a backpack that you can charge up. So when you go to bed at night, you plug your backpack in, plug it into the wall, and then all day long, it's kind of a charging station. It has USB inputs, and you can charge your phone or your laptop through your backpack, which obviously, if you're a high school kid, you're lugging around all day. So you might as well power it up and use it as a battery pack. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Wow, I actually feel old for the first time in my life. I never would have thought that I needed something like that back in high school.
Yeah, so. Well, now you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. So what do you hope that the students took away from their experience at Mini Business World?
Yeah, so hopefully they just had fun, right? I shared some of the ideas, and they're kind of silly, and the kids have a blast thinking up the ideas and being creative. But maybe more important is that they got a hands-on business experience, that they tried something new, that they were a part of a pretend company, and it kind of got some exposure to what the workplace is going to be like. These kids are in school all day, and the classroom can get a little bit rigid. So this is kind of a real-world application of what they're learning in the classroom. So hopefully they left kind of feeling inspired and a little bit more confident and maybe a little bit more ambitious to try something new the next time an opportunity comes around.
Absolutely, and I really like what you guys do at Business World, because so often, I have a background in education myself, and so often there's this sort of mentality that kids today, they don't know how to think or they don't have creativity, but your organization is proof positive that that is not the case, that very much so they're very creative people still.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely, and we try to kind of show them ways that they can connect the creativity that they have in abundance and kind of find ways that they can kind of apply that in the business setting or apply that in the real world.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, what's next on your agenda? You're done with the Mini Business World.
Sure.
What's next?
So we have our upcoming summer camps now. So the online registration just opened up. So if anybody's watching at home, if you're a teenage student or you know a teenage student that you have in your life, you can check out Wisconsin Business World online and sign up. So we're making a huge push to get kids signed up for the summer camp. So that involves some direct mailings. So if you're a teenage kid, you might get something from Business World in the mail soon. But otherwise, we reach out to the high school teachers, make sure that they have applications, and reach out to as many families as we can find to make sure they know about the Business World Summer Program.
Hard to believe that it's already time to start thinking about summer programs, isn't it?
Doesn't feel like it outside, but it'll be here before we know it.
It sure will. Time sneaks up on us. So, Steve Benzschawel, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to have you in our studio.
Thanks for having me.
Don't go away. When we come back, we're going to be talking diamonds right here on Talk of the Town. Stay with us.